What is an ideal study strategy for a layman?
Ideal study strategy for a layman. Bismillah, first and foremost, you learn the basics. Make sure that your salah is correct. Make sure that you understand the basics of Iman and Tawheed, the basics, only the basics. Not the detailed difference of opinion. You don't have to learn the bottom things. An example of this is for the Muslim to believe that Al-Quran kalam Allah. The Quran is Allah's speech. And there is no need to say غَيْرُ مَخْلُوق. It is not created. There's no need for a Muslim who's on the fitrah to say that. To someone who has not been exposed to that statement that the Quran has been created. There's no need to say that. Everybody understand this? Because Allah Azza wa Jal and His Rasul, they described the Law's speech as being what? His speech. And they didn't say غَيْرُ مَخْلُوق. And the ulama, they said that because there was a what? A need. Those who were saying that the Quran was created. Everybody understand this? So they say غَيْرُ مَخْلُوق. They added that qaid. Very important. Many people who call themselves Salafis, they fall into this error. They don't have the proper understanding of this. And they say that you have to say that. Lazim. You have to say that. غَيْرُ مَخْلُوق. Abadan. Or another example of this, they say Allah فوق العرش بائن من خلقه. Allah is above the throne and He's ba'in min khalq. He's away from his created beings. You do not have to say that unless a person was exposed or tainted to something in which it said what? That He's with His creation. Because Allah Azza wa Jalla in the Quran, He says ثُمَّ اسْتَوَى عَلَى الْعَرْشِ. He rose upon the what? Arsh. وَهُوَ الْعَلِيُّ الْأَعْلَى وَهُوَ الْعَلِيُّ الْعَظِيمُ. And by clear, it's a very important concept for the layman to learn the what? Basics, and only the basics. If you're in a place in which there's pollution, then you may have to learn some extra things. Yes, no doubt. But if you're surrounded in a clean area, Muslims upon the Sunnah, learn the basics. Learn the basics of Tawheed, how to recite the Quran, basically. If you want more, as we said, then you start learning more. And the first thing you should do when you start wanting to learn more is learn Arabic. Learn Arabic the way you can read it yourself. After you learn Arabic, you start learning some of the sciences, usul al-fiqh, usul al-tafsir, mustalah hadith. You study ajrumiyah. That way you have the tools to work on the engine of ilm. You need a wrench. You need a tool. You can't just screw it off with your finger. You're going to rip your hand off trying to get that nut and that bolt off. It doesn't work like that. You need a wrench. You need a tool. And that tool is the usul al-fiqh, is the nahu, the grammar, so on and what? So forth. If you want more. So that's in brief. If you want more details, you have to go to the Hadith Disciple channel, in which, alhamdulillah, there's tons of information and strategies with regards to how to study, what books, so on and so forth. Wallahu a'lam.